changing the station with an open mind. I don't wanna sound selfish, but I'm not coming back. The highs of your touch like vertigo. It's a fight or flight rush, no way to take it slow. Got me feeling like I could breathe in space. In space. Someday never comes. Road trips and shotguns. Sunshine on my skin. Smile is kicking in.
This morning I had about 3.5 hours worth of martial arts practice, and as you saw, I couldn't get enough, so I had to do some more stuff. So I did about an hour of treadmill on top of that. So hopefully that is enough exercise for one day. I think the date right now, it's the 25th of May. So that means my internship starts on the 3rd of June, and that is Monday, not this week, but next week. So I have a little bit of pre-work planning I have to try to get done before that period. I have some notes of things that I'd like to finish before the end of the day today. So the first thing will be to email my general manager at the place where I'm interning, because they sent me something yesterday and I should probably get back to them. So that's item number 1. All right, so that didn't take too long. I just remembered that today some of the intern gear was going to be delivered to my place, so I should probably go and grab that real quick. I think there's like some t-shirts and, you know, stuff like that. So it should be cool to see what that contains. Let's see what's inside. Okay. Well, that's cool. It's just a simple water bottle. A t-shirt. Okay. Wow. Looks like it should fit. And a pen. That's cool. You also have stickers. That's cool. Ooh. It's interesting. Yep, just a little card as well. So if you're interested in what kind of packaging they provide for interns, those are the goodies that they send. So the next thing I have to do is complete those last few outstanding tasks in my Amazon portal. So I'm gonna go and do that real quick. Yeah, for anyone who's tried applying to Amazon in the past, I'm sure you've all experienced this, but the way that you can sign in to view your application is kind of complicated, to say the least. You have to go through the exact right amazonuniversity.jobs portal, and whenever you're in that login screen section, there are 3 or 4 different ways to log into the same system, and you have to make sure you're using the right account, because just your standard Amazon account isn't sufficient. That you could set up a student profile which is separate for some reason. So that's that's somewhat complicated. So yeah, I'm sure you guys have experienced it, or some of you might have. It's kind of funny. And if you're curious about what exactly I'm referring to here, you can see here there's like this login page, and there's all this different stuff here. And you would think, oh, maybe I should enter something here. Maybe I should use one of these down here as well. But no, that's not it. You have to go all the way down here to this tiny button and click login. And that's actually how you get into your the right page to sign in. I was sent an email on I think May 3rd asking how I wanted my laptop for this internship to be delivered. And I selected for it to be delivered in my home address, which is in Georgia, and as opposed to sending it to Texas where my internship will be. And I thought, they said 2 to 3 weeks is the time frame, and so the idea is that it's probably, my thought was that it was safer to have it delivered somewhere I'm familiar with as opposed to a drop-off zone that might cost money or something like that. And fingers crossed. I got a notice saying that it should come on Wednesday this week, which is, I think, the 28th of May. So I have to leave for Austin this Friday. So hopefully no delays happen there. And it looks like one of the other pre-boarding items is to write a short bio for yourself. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more creative and not just paste the bio I have on my LinkedIn. I've just completed those few outstanding tasks, so I feel good about that. Now I need to preliminarily pack up some of my outfits that I'm going to bring with me. I think the general kind of culture at Amazon is to dress more casually than not. At my previous internship, it was business casual, so I'm probably going to bring the stuff that I wore then, just because I'm a little bit more used to that, but I'll bring some extra stuff along just in case. Okay, so I got my stuff together. Essentially, for my long pants, I have pants from a company called Bird Dog. They're kind of businessy style looking clothes, but they feel really comfortable. So I'm going to bring a few different colors with me. I have some silver, green, blue, different tones of the same color. But yeah, I think probably 4 should be sufficient. I think we have about 3 days of in-person and then 2 days of remote work. So 4 different pairs of pants and shirts is probably overkill, but you can never be too safe. And this shirt here, I actually got this when I interned in Austin last summer. Definitely got a rep when I'm in the state. These are just some other casual long dress shirts, dress-y shirts. So the thing about Texas is that even though it gets really, really hot and you would think that you'd want like short clothing, you will get fried incredibly fast. So you kind of have to supplement the heat with stuff that's going to actually protect your skin. So I do try to wear longer stuff when I can. In fact, I actually have a cowboy hat also that I'm probably going to bring that I also got while I was in Austin. So one of the funny things about this internship actually was that I had selected a few different locations when I first applied, and a few of them included Seattle, Atlanta, and also New York City. And of like all the different places that I selected, I also happened to select Austin, Texas, and it was one of the last few that I did. And back in March, when I finally heard about like the offer, I was expecting, if I were to get it, that it would be in one of these other 3 areas because those were earlier on the list and I had heard of more people getting stuff in those locations. And lo and behold, it's like, oh yeah, you're going to go back to the place that you interned at last year. And what's even funnier about this is that while I was at my internship last year, the apartment that I stayed at, I was using Cap Metro, which is the local transit in the Austin area. And I was using Cap Metro to get to and from work, and it was an hour commute from what's called the Domain to downtown Austin. So it was an hour each way and 5 days a week, I think 4 days a week in person, 1 day telework. Every single day when I would go to the bus stop at the Domain that would go down to downtown Austin, this bus stop was situated right in front of 3 Amazon buildings. And so every single day I would look wistfully at these 3 Amazon buildings and I was thinking to myself, I wish I had gotten an internship at this company, but it didn't work out. And I was like thinking this to myself every single time I was waiting to go to work. And I think that I must have left some kind of mental impression or something in Austin on those buildings, because lo and behold, I am going back to the exact apartment in the Domain that I was in last year. Of all the different locations I could have been assigned, it's in Austin, in that exact area, and I'm now going to work in one of those buildings this summer. So it's kind of funny how that stuff works out. Yeah, so you can see it's about 14 hours to get from Georgia to Austin, Texas. A few weeks ago when I checked this route here was actually a little bit quicker, whereas now this one is a little bit faster. So I am curious on Friday if that's still going to be the case, but you can see it's either about 939 miles or 979 miles. So I have some water now, some polar seltzer. If you haven't tried this brand, it's actually really nice. So this app that I'm using is called Notability, and one of the funny things about it is that when I first purchased this app, I think it was like $10, and in the iOS realm, $10 is like insane. You better really know that you like that software if you're going to pay something like that. And this was like in 2018. So back then, that was the dilemma, right? Today, this app is no longer free to use by people in the same capacity, and also there isn't like a single payment option anymore. Now it's a subscription-based model, so I think a lot more people are using, I believe it's called Evernote, because there is a way of still doing a one-time payment. But because I have this like legacy one-time payment thing that I did a few years ago, I'm still able to use the app. But I know people today, if they were to download it, would only be prompted with a subscription model. But that being said, I am still using it. I just got a new computer so that I can continue working on personal projects and create a few kind of software as a services this summer. And one of the things that I'm actually kind of running into an issue with is that I have no more iCloud storage because I have 3.9 gigabytes of data being taken up by Notability right now. So that is something that I'm going to very quickly go through. My strategy throughout my collegiate career has been to download or export these Notability files as PDFs and then to upload those to Google Drive. So I'm going to do that. I also have only one more semester left at the Georgia Institute of Technology before I get my master's there. So I'm not really using this app in the same way as I was a few years ago. So I definitely should clear up this space because like my contacts are literally not syncing to my new Mac. If you're curious how I do this, essentially I'll try to search through all of these and figure out which one of these collections has a large amount of notes. And one thing is this like applied combo class. I remember this being quite fun. So what I'll do is I'll go to settings here and go to manage accounts, Google Drive, and then log into something where you have some space available. And what you'll want to do is essentially create a folder in your drive that organizes these files in the way that you want them to be organized. I'm calling this most recent one Applied Combo Spring, and then I've created a few folders and these are just empty right now. And the reason I'm not naming them exactly like this is because I don't think my naming convention was very particular here. So just kind of generalizing a bit more like, okay, yes, we have teacher notes, we have exams, homeworks, recitations, all this stuff. So you can see I have a few notes in just this one section, just this combo section. So these three dots here, you can click select notes. Then down here, you can go select all and then share. And you can click on Google Drive and essentially just make sure you're in the right folder. So I'll go here, and I think these are just lecture notes in general. So I'm going to create one more folder actually, notes, and then you can click export and it will send all of these over. So you see that happens, and then I go here, if I go to notes, you can now see they're all here. So this is essentially what I do. It's a pretty tedious process, but eventually I will save on my iCloud storage. So that's really the important thing here. All right, so I think I'm gonna probably wrap up the video there. I'm probably gonna offline work on exporting some more of those things from Notability to Google Drive, but that's probably gonna take me around an hour or two. If you guys are interested in seeing more content related to what it's like interning at a company like Amazon over the summer, and if you like seeing stuff about the general software development process, consider subscribing, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. All right.